Hello, welcome to Studio Nicole. I'm Nicole, and I'm so glad that you're here. I have a desk full of stuff today, and I wanted to spend a few minutes going through it and showing you all of the fun stuff that I brought back from vacation. My family and I recently went to Orlando, Florida. We just got back yesterday, actually, and I just kind of piled everything on my desk and started sorting it into like categories. And I thought it would be super fun to talk through the stuff that I decided to bring home. Paper mainly, but not entirely. I would like to make a vacation journal to document our trip, and I'm going to do that, at least in part, with some of these items that I brought home. I, like many paper crafters and journal makers, have a tendency to swipe any little piece of scrappy paper that I can get my hands on. And that goes double when I'm on vacation, because I want lots of like memorabilia and things from the trip. So I've got a lot of stuff here, and I'll try and go through it in sort of categories. So let me just sort of move things out of the way a little bit to create maybe a clear space. I'll start with the bigger things. I just got some gift bags. This was from the restaurant at the hotel. It's really big. And I thought that it would make a great, maybe a journal cover or just pages within the journal. I haven't quite decided yet. We went to Universal Studios and we stayed at two different hotels. Actually, we had like two back-to-back packages. Just because of the way we wanted to go to the new Epic Universe Park. And when we booked it, months and months ago, you could only get 1 day at Epic with every package. So we actually booked two like 3 day packages, so that we could have 2 days at Epic. So um this is from the restaurant at the Helios Grand Hotel, which was the first hotel that we stayed at that is attached to the new Epic Universe. It does have like smeary stuff on it, and I'm not sure exactly what that is, but the other side is nice and clear and clean. So I might, I'll use it or I won't use it. This is just a plain paper bag. It was from one of the like breakfast stations where you could like get breakfast and take it to go. And then these bags, PacSun and Hollister, are obviously not from Universal Studios, but while we were down in Orlando, my two sons took an afternoon and went shopping at the outlets nearby. So they brought back a few things, and I just, these paper bags are great, like journal fodder. So I kept those. I also have um, gift or paper bags from the Hard Rock Hotel and the Hard Rock Cafe. That was the second stay. We stayed at the Hard Rock for the last half of our stay in Orlando. It's attached to, well, it's not attached, but it's right next to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. Um, and typically when we go down there, we stay at the Royal Pacific. So this was our first stay at both Helios and the Hard Rock, and they were both beautiful hotels. So I got plenty of paper bags from the the hotel stays. I have, what's next? Let's go through this pile. I have all kinds of things. This is all stuff from the flights. These are our, luggage tags, um, bag checks, bag claim things. This is a United Airlines napkin from one of the flights, but I just love where to next. I thought that would be kind of cute on a junk journal page. So this is all airline. I thought I anyway. This is all airline stuff. I'm moving it over here. This is all stuff from the hotels. Yes. I definitely picked up, as much paper as I could from the hotels. Some of it, I'm not sure yet how I'll use. Like, I love these. These were like, they were like over top of the glasses that were on, like the bar area in the hotel room. And I just think they're cool. So I might cut the circle out and just keep the label, but also it's like pleated paper. I don't know. I don't know if you can really see. It's kind of got like a pleated edge to it. So that might be fun to like cut that off and attach it down the edge of a page or something. Anyway, I've got a couple of those. I have lots of coasters. I picked up paper coasters everywhere. Some of them are from the Hard Rock Hotel. Some of them are from Helios. But I got several of them and can use them in different ways. This is paper. It just says, like, do not disturb. It's the sign for the door. And normally I wouldn't take that, but this one is paper. So I felt like, they probably, um, replace this pretty easily. This is the little, um, folder. Gosh, I couldn't think of the word. This is the little folder that they give you with your room keys and things sort of like tucked in here. So this was from Helios. It's got like a hotel map and some information in it. And here is another smaller one. Oh, I'm dropping everything. I can't pick things up today. Yeah, I don't know why they gave us two of them. I really don't know, but more paper for me. I'm not going to complain. Uh, this was, oh goodness gracious, it's very sticky. This was from the little notepad in Helios. It's got the address and whatnot on it, and some kind of like detail that matches the theming of the hotel. Let's see. This is the shoe shine and laundry service form. I think the rest of this is, there was also this hotel map. They gave us a couple of these. This is the only place in the park that had actual paper maps. Every other park and hotel has gone digital. But I don't know why. Helios, maybe just because it's a brand new hotel and they had some paper maps. I don't know. But they gave us a couple of paper maps. So I was like, yes, thank you very much. I'll take that. Um, happy to take a paper copy. These were things from the room at the Hard Rock Hotel. All of their theming has to do with like rock and roll and music. Um, so take it away. These are some like paper things. This was actually the little envelope that we got the actual tickets in, I think. Not like the room key, but the actual park tickets. So I'm gonna put that in that pile. This was the oh look, it's so cute. I love all of the like theming and stuff. Um, this is where we got our room key for this one. This talks about the shuttle that we took to the airport. I don't I think this was maybe when they had to bring some stuff up to our room at one point. Usually we just carry our own bags. Oh, it was the groceries. I had groceries delivered like Instacart to the hotel. And because I had like a case of waters, I didn't want to carry it up myself. So they had to bring it up. So this was attached to that. This was in our room. It just told us like who the person was to contact if we had questions. And then these were the papers from the notepad in the Hard Rock Hotel. And it says, love all, serve all. I know you can't really see that, can you? It's so pale. It's really hard to read. But yeah, so I just grabbed some of those. So these are all the things from the hotels. Move this pile out of the way. Then I have a full pile of these are all room keys, park tickets. There were four of us, and we stayed at two different hotels, and we had two different park packages. And my youngest son and I also went to Discovery Cove. So this is Discovery Cove. This is the little folder that our tickets came in. We've got park tickets here, room keys. Oh, these are not, these were from the arcade. The little game that you played gave you cards. So these are all from that arcade, room keys, tickets, room key, room key. Okay. So I have lots of tickets, lots of room keys. Put them all in this folder. Then I've got the day pass and the map of Discovery Cove. So we went snorkeling and we swam with dolphins. It was super fun. And it comes on a lanyard, which I don't know if I'll ever use the lanyard, but I might. I might use it in my journal somehow. So I'm keeping a hold of this. All right, so room keys. These were from the arcade. And I actually have, oh, my piles are falling. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. There are also these cards that were from a different game that my son was playing. So he grabbed these Minecraft cards. I was playing this game and got a bunch of Avengers cards. So there's also some of these cards. Then we've got this pile, which is kind of random stuff. So these are all like brochures and coupons and things like as we would check in places or what have you, there would be little flyers about, upcoming events. The Halloween Horror Nights were actually running while we were down there, but we didn't end up going to any of those events. The ticket cost was really, expensive, and um, it just wasn't something that we were super interested in, I think. My husband and my younger son probably would have liked it more than my husband or than myself and my older son, but anyway, we just didn't end up doing it. But I did pick up a couple of flyers for that. These are all like tags. Some of them are price tags, some of them are just the tags that were on items. Like I said, the boys went shopping while we were there, and they know at this point to give me anything paper that they get their hands on. So they've given me all of the tags to their clothes and to some of the items that they bought while we were there. So yeah, we just have some tags. Don't look at the prices. It was ridiculous. Everything was insanely expensive down there. Oh my gosh. I also got this one off of I had to get like a I don't know what it's called, to hold my glasses on my face when I went on roller coasters. It's not like a chain because I got like a rubber or a elastic strap, but a glasses strap, I guess. So this is the tag from that. These are a couple of other little just tags from different things that they bought at Nintendo World, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And this is from the bracelet that I got. I got this bracelet. You can see it's like oh, there we go. It's yeah, it's like a silver. I'm sure it's not real silver. But I like the tree. I have a air freshener thing that matches it and what have you. So, this is from the bracelet that I got. The other place that we went, the boys went to the outlets and did some like clothes shopping, and then I Ubered and met them at IKEA because there's an IKEA in Orlando, and we don't have one near us. It's about a 2-hour drive from us. So while we were down there, we just thought we would take a wander through IKEA because that's a great way to spend an afternoon. So I got a map from IKEA and some of their like paper, um, They have these like paper uh, rulers. Gosh, I can't think straight today. I still have vacation brain, I guess. Some paper rulers from IKEA. I use these a lot, or I have used them in the past, although they're glossy now, and I feel like the ones that I got before were matte paper. Um, I don't know why they changed. I prefer the matte, but whatever. It's fine. It is what it is. I'm not gonna be grumpy about it. Okay, so moving along. These were from, I bought a waterproof phone case for Discovery Cove because we were snorkeling and I really wanted to be able to capture that. And I have a waterproof phone case, but of course I did not bring it with me. So I had to buy another one. So this is from the package, and then this was actually inside the case itself. And I love the water, like the pattern on this. It just looks like water on a pool. It's also really like heavy duty plastic. Like, I thought this would make maybe a great like journal cover. Possibly, maybe, potentially, who knows? I would want it to be bigger than this one though, so I might have to I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want it to be bigger. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it's great. I'm going to use it somehow. This is kind of like weird random packaging. There were some straws that had this like interesting like air carbon. It says that they are compostable. And anyway, I just grabbed a few of those. I thought they would make like interesting like stripes on a page. This is I tore off the top to my sunglasses because I wear, regular glasses. So I have sunglasses that like clip on, and I was trying to fit my sunglass case in the bag that I was carrying. It was a little tiny bag because I didn't want to carry anything big. And so I kind of tore the packaging off of the case so that it wouldn't, yeah, take up so much room. There were free water bottles at the Hard Rock Hotel we were up on the club level on the seventh floor. And so there was a cooler with water bottles. And so this is like the water bottle label. I just peeled it off and it is kind of sticky. And then this was just a sticker that was on something. I don't remember what, but this was at the Hard Rock Hotel. It's just a little sticker. It says general admission, but it wasn't like an admission into something. It was just kind of randomly stuck on a thing, and I can't remember what it came on, something paper. But I unstuck it. So that's random that. And then I've got a whole section of napkins and tissue paper because of course I do. This is the Lowe's Hotels, is the company that manages all of those Universal hotels. These were from the Lotus Lagoon out by the pool at Helios. They're beautiful, beautiful, like deli tissue papers. And so I collected these. I try to grab them before they get super dirty because I don't want a lot of grease or anything on them. So I got a few of those. This one was from, I think this one might have been Mel's Diner in the parks. It does have a little bit of grease on it now that I can see. I tried to get one again that was not super greasy, but you can see there's a little bit of grease on there. I probably could have asked for a clean one, but the parks were like crazy busy and I didn't want to bother. This is from the beach club at the Hard Rock Hotel. It's not the beach club. I mean, it's called the beach club, but really it's just like the little restaurant by the pool. So I grabbed that. And then I got some of these beautiful red napkins from Das Steakhouse in the Epic Universe Park. It's just such a pretty red. They're just really bright. All right, so tissue paper and napkins in the pile. What else have I got? These are actual papers. We had printed some parts of our passes and tickets, and the airport parking pass and some things. So this is actual paper. I don't know if I will use this, or I was thinking maybe I would like punch out circles or something from some of these and use some of them. There's also a post-it note here that's just got some notes on it, about the trip. All right. moving into some stranger things. Everything else, excuse me, most of the other things I think are kind of typical, like things you would typically pick up if you were putting together a journal. These are maybe a little bit stranger, but welcome to my weird world. This is a package of sustainable utensils. It is actually open, and we didn't use, I don't know, we must have just used, it looks like the spoon out of here. But I just thought that this could make an interesting like envelope or an interesting page or something. So I just grabbed the whole thing, utensils, not used, unused utensils and all. I brought that. Then this was from, oh, the hotel gym had earbuds that in a little basket in case you forgot your own earbuds. And so I did, of course, forget my earbuds and had to borrow a pair of theirs. I guess borrow is not the right word, but this is the envelope that they came in. There were also in the Hard Rock Hotel in the gym, there were these little envelopes of cotton rounds, cotton swabs, and a shave kit. And I thought that these envelopes just would work really well in a journal, um, as little envelopes. They're just neat. This one I didn't even open, but so there's some cotton swabs, cotton rounds. But yeah, I just thought they would make neat little envelopes. All right, so that's those. These are, oh, this is the tea. I had tea one morning, and so I just got like the little container that had the tea in it. These are the sanitizing wipes from the airplane. These are little envelopes as well. And again, I might not end up using these, but who knows? Maybe, maybe, maybe. And these are the steaks from the Das Steakhouse dinner. And these are the allergies flags because we have celiac disease in our family. So we had lots of gluten-free flags. Um, oh, merchandise card and the photo gift card. I'm going to put these with the room keys and those cards. Of course, we had to get some souvenir pennies. I ended up going with the Simpsons this time because my family's a big Simpsons fan. So I got I don't know if you can see, those Homer and Marge and Lisa and Bart. I like the squished pennies. I collect them from everywhere. I am a little disappointed. I didn't realize until afterwards that these don't even say Universal Studios on them anywhere. So that's a little disappointing, but oh well. I've gotten ones before. This is not our first trip to Universal, so I'm sure I have a pressed penny somewhere that says Universal Studios. These are compostable plates that we got at the beach club, and they were in like a stack. Like they brought us like 3 or 4 of them, and we didn't end up using these at all. So I grabbed them. They are like really like heavy duty. And I thought, how fun would that be to have these as like a journal cover? So I had that thought too, but these are maybe a little smaller than what I want my journal to be. So I'm not sure. These might end up in a different journal potentially, but I do think they would make neat journal covers. Anyway, okay. So these were some sort of maybe stranger choices, and we're getting through the pile. I promise I'm almost done. These are leaves that I picked up from Discovery Cove. Like this one in particular is just a beautiful, beautiful colors. The other ones were prettier. They did have nice, pretty colors when I first picked them up. They have since turned brown, but I still think that I might be able to use them in the journal. Another thing that I like to do is to paint leaves with Mod Podge, and then you can use them even as like stencils or masks, I guess. And these were just beautiful, intact, nice big leaves, and maybe not shapes that I have a lot of access to here. So I grabbed a few of these. And I hope this one keeps its color. I don't know if it will or not. All the other ones have turned brown. But this one is the only one that's kept its color. I hope it kind of stays. Fingers crossed. Right. Those and the last pile of stuff is stuff that I actually like purchased and bought, which isn't a whole lot. I didn't buy a lot of souvenirs. My kids and my husband maybe picked up a few things. I got this bracelet and I got a Christmas ornament, and then I did buy some like paper stuff. So I'm a sucker for paper. I got this Universal Studios list. It's got like a magnet on the back. Probably will use this as a grocery list on my refrigerator when my current one is empty because I go through these, periodically. And so I was thinking that I could use it for that. But I will also use some of the pages, some of the papers in the journal that I create and maybe make some notes about the trip on that. I got 2 packs of postcards, one from Hogsmeade, which is the park that's in Islands of Adventure. This is the Harry Potter area of that park. And then this is from Diagon Alley, which is the part of the park in Universal Studios. And there are there's 2 different parks. They each have a Harry Potter world. And then there's a train that connects them both, the Hogwarts Express, of course. So if you've never been to Universal Studios, it's interesting to get park to park tickets so that you can kind of travel back and forth between the parks using that ride. I think it's more like, you know, it's just a transport system. They're just taking you from one park to another, but they make it fun with the screens and the music and the dialogue and whatnot. So it feels like a ride. If you're interested in Harry Potter, I'll flip through these postcards for you really quickly. And if you're not interested at all, you can skip through this part. But this is a picture of Diagon Alley. This is one of the shops. This is Ollivander's wand shop. We have done the whole wand selection thing in the past, but we didn't do that on this trip. This is the dragon perched atop. I think this is Gringotts, right? Isn't this the entrance to the Gringotts ride? Maybe. Oh, this is the interior of Gringotts. These are all of the little shops and shop signs. I did take a ton of pictures of this old, like the shops and the signs and the windows and the doors, and I love the theming. This is the night bus parked outside before you go into Diagon Alley. This is something. Some Harry Potter fan will be able to tell me what it is, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. And this is a snake. Obviously, it's snake's head. Yeah, snakes play pretty heavily like Slytherin and Parcel Tongue, and yeah, it's a whole part of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter lore. So, all right. So those were the postcards from Diagon Alley. I have to tell you, I was disappointed because one of the things that I always do when I'm on vacation is I buy postcards wherever I am, and then we write them out. Like I'll write a few sentences and then I hand the cards around, and my husband will write a sentence or two, and my kids will write a sentence or two, and then I actually mail them from the hotel or from wherever we are, and they come in the mail to our house over the course of the next week or two after we get home, and then I put them away and they become part of the travel memories, the scrapbook or whatever. This time it was so hard to find postcards. Like Universal Studios just does not make postcards anymore. I asked in dozens of shops and nobody had any. These Harry Potter postcard packs were the only ones. So, like, I wanted a postcard to commemorate the new Epic universe, and I couldn't find one anywhere. Like, they just don't exist. And it was very disappointing. But I did get these, and I did mail something home. Which one did I mail home? This one. This is like the entrance to, I think it's Nocturne Alley. This is the one that we sent mailed home. And on this pack, mm, I don't remember which one I mailed home. Maybe the Hogwarts? We'll see which one's not in here. So these are the postcards from Hogsmeade, which is in the lore of Harry Potter. It's the village outside of Hogwarts, and in the parks, this is the set, the Harry Potter set in Islands of Adventure. You're learning more than you ever thought you needed to know about Universal Studios today, aren't you? So these are some shop windows. This is Honeyduke's, the candy shop. This is a picture of Hogsmeade. Sorry, the glare. I'm trying to. This is a picture of Hogsmeade at night. The village shops all lit up and the butterbeer cart in the front. This is the Owl Post. So this is actually where I bought these postcards, and there is also a mailbox where you can mail them, and they get postmarked from Hogsmeade, I think. So I mailed 2 of the postcards the last night we were there from this location, so the postmarks should come in from there. And I wouldn't have even done that except that I couldn't find a post box anywhere else. The hotel, for whatever reason, the Hard Rock Hotel said they couldn't mail them for me, which is the first time I've ever encountered a hotel that wouldn't mail something. That was weird. This is the Sorting Hat. This is the inside of, I think this might be, I don't know. It doesn't look like Ollivanders. It might just be one of the rooms in one of the line queues, perhaps. This is, it's been a long time since I've read the Harry Potter books. This is one of the books, in like Hagrid's Care of Magical Creatures class, I think. It just says monsters on the front of it. But anyway, it's a book that supposedly has a mouth and will bite you, and that's why it's wrapped up in a belt. If you're not into Harry Potter, this is all going to sound very, very strange. It looks like frozen butterbeer, maybe? It's anyway, some variety of butterbeer. This is the front of the Hogwarts Express. This is not the actual ride. This is just like a prop that sits outside of the building. And then this is a hog's head on the wall inside one of the taverns. I can't remember which one. There's like the Leaky Cauldron and the Three Broomsticks are the two like the big restaurant dining areas in the 2 Harry Potter worlds, but I can't remember which one's which. And I can't remember from the books either, so. But I think this is maybe in one of those restaurants, if I remember correctly. So those are postcards. So I got 2 packs of postcards. I got this Universal Studios notepad. This is what I found at Epic. Instead of a postcard, I found this pack of actual cards, which is not really what I wanted, but they're so pretty. And they're paper. And I wanted to send something home commemorating our trip from Epic, so I got them. So they're just blank cards. They have the logo on the front, and the inside is just blank. But here, this part is super fun. The envelopes that they come with are, oh, that's upside down. There we go. They have like Helios and Epic. It's all very celestial themed, and so it's got like the circles and the sun and the moon. And the inside is like gold, and it has the same sort of celestial themed. So I might take 1 or 2 of these apart and sort of deconstruct them and use it. I might use them just as is. Obviously, in the journal, they would, we love to use envelopes in junk journals. So yeah. So I thought I will put them to use. If nothing else, I'll just. There's there's more. I didn't even see these, you guys. There's another set. Look at that. Oh, those are so pretty. All right. Well, that was a win. I didn't even see these. I thought they were all this design. Look at that. It's exciting stuff. Boop. And of course, it won't close back up the way it was. It never does it? And then the last thing, this is from Discovery Cove. I didn't know I was purchasing an album. I purchased the photo package because my youngest son, Evan, and I were doing um, the dolphin swim, and you can't take phones or like you can't take your own photos. And I did want pictures. So I purchased the package and I didn't know it came with a photo book, but it does. So this is kind of cool. I don't know that I will tear this up to use it in a journal. I might just use it as is, put the photos that we got in it and write about the day. But I did think it might be kind of fun to photocopy some of these. Sorry, there's such a glare. I did think that it might be fun to photocopy some of these pages and use them in the journal as like journal pages, background pages. Perhaps, perhaps. It's kind of neat, kind of cool. So I didn't know I was getting this album, but I got it. What I really was getting were these photos, and I just ordered. They took a whole bunch. I got the digital package, so I have them all on USB. But these are the ones that we got printed. I think we could pick out 6 or 8, maybe. So these are the ones that we got. This is my son and the dolphin, and me and my son together. It's hard to like show the picture without the glare. That's me with the dolphin. The 2 dolphins. We actually were working with one of these dolphins, Aries. The other dolphin was from one of the other groups, but they wanted to go jump together, so they did. This is both of us with the dolphin. That's Evan swimming with the dolphin. Oh, and that's me with the dolphin. It was very cool. It was a really neat experience. And I'm glad that we did it. I might put these in there, but then I might use this, perhaps. It's a good size. It would work pretty well as a journal cover too. But I don't want the whole thing to be about Discovery Code. So I don't know. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with all this stuff or how I'm going to do it. I did buy a couple of additional postcards from Discovery Cove. I sent one home and I had a couple extras that I didn't end up using. So these will definitely go in the journal. There is a dolphin. It looks like a dolphin baby. And then that's kind of just a picture of maybe Serenity Bay. I can't quite tell where this is in the park. We went snorkeling. It was the first time I've ever been snorkeling, and it was so much fun. It was absolutely the coolest part of the trip. I know we did a lot of cool stuff. We stayed at, some awesome hotels, and we did 3 different parks, and then Discovery Cove and the dolphin swim. But really, the snorkeling was probably one of my favorite things. It was awesome, and I would love to do it again. We don't have good snorkeling around where I am, though, so um, I probably won't get a chance to do very much of it, but I loved it. All right, folks, this is all the stuff I brought home with me from our trip to Orlando, Florida. The piles just keep piling. It just doesn't get, woo, there's more and more and more and more. And then there's all this. Oh, so it's quite a stack. It's quite a pile. Um, I am excited to jump in and work on the journal for this. Obviously, you come back from vacation, you're all jazzed up about it. I did realize though that I still haven't even finished my Amsterdam journal from May. So I'm definitely running a little bit behind schedule. I just need more time to be able to do art. That's it. I just need to be independently wealthy so that I don't have to have a full-time job and I can just do this all day and then I'll get all caught up, right? All right, folks, thanks for joining me today. I hope you had a great time going with me through this giant stack of crazy paper. I would love it if you would comment and let me know if you also bring crazy things home with you on vacation. Maybe tell me what's the craziest thing you've ever brought home, for like paper crafting or journal making or something. I would love to hear some of your crazy ideas. And like this video, subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, folks.